there tends to be a gap in living our individual lives for God's kingdom and moving our congregations to really obey God by being kingdom-minded. We often face pressures to make our congregations comfortable with their Christian walk than to bring them out of themselves and into building God's kingdom.
As Christ has commissioned His disciples to go and make disciples of all nations, to be His witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth, how can we commission today's disciples to do the same? That is what we want to address in One Gospel Conference 2014, Discipling with an Ambition.
Discipling with ambition is having the proper mindset in living out your Christian life. We see that Christian churches in the Philippines face a problem. Based on the Dawn 2000 research, only 700 out of 37,900 churches send missionaries. That's only 1.83%. Just last year, Rich Henderson of One Challenge International was quoted saying, "Sending missionaries has not been part of the DNA of Filipino churches." He says that changing this culture will be a slow process, and we agree. That is why the One Gospel Conference 2014 is not just a conference. It is the start of God's movement, His One Gospel movement.
The idea is simple. We want to invite your congregation into this movement, wherein we believe that your church, plus this movement, will further build God's kingdom. The One Gospel Conference seeks to educate congregations into having a right perspective of what God's mission is, and even to inform the individual of what his role is in God's kingdom. The One Gospel movement works on a 2-year cycle, where in the first year, we have a One Gospel Conference, supplemented by a follow-up year of learning, of exploring, and of applying what God has taught us.
We started this back in 2012, and this year we chose the theme Discipling with an Ambition. Our goal is to convey and make manifest God's mission through local churches by proper discipleship. We want to educate Filipino youth and young adults, current and potential disciplers, in the importance of integrating a missional perspective in everyday discipleship. We will be following this up next year with continuous engagements with you, our partner churches, towards spreading holistic discipleship within your local context.
We are simply God's mouthpiece to deliver His commission to your congregation. We want your church to change in a congregational level, that your church will not just be a haven for its members, but be a beacon of God's salvation to those around you, and God willing, even to the rest of the world. And we are doing this as how God intended, by calling on the multitude of His faithful found in your congregation to do His work. Just imagine each and every one of your congregation doing His work by discipling future missionaries, inviting the lost, and even sharing God's word themselves.
If you share in this vision, what you need to do is simple. First, pray. Pray that God's message will reach His intended audience. Second, please invite your congregation. Just send us a text or an email with your name, your church, and your intention of promoting One Gospel Conference. Third, please consider meeting with us. We would love to hear your stories and share the vision of One Gospel Conference with you personally. Our number is on the screen. Fourth, please share this video. If you know of other churches who are interested in God's mission and how to live that out, please do share it with them. And don't forget to pray for these churches as well.
Our ambition is to equip young disciplers all around the Philippines to lead their lives and the lives of their disciples for the building of God's kingdom, the way God intended discipleship to be. How about you? What is your ambition for God's kingdom?